Good afternoon, Academy 55. David Kahn here on Monday, the 25th of November. It's 5 to 2 in the afternoon here in the UK. We're looking at the EUR USD and the US 100, also known as the NAS 100, on the with our Academy 55 indicators and strategy on the 1 minute time frame. Well, as you can see, we are with on the EUR USD. We did have a sell there. Price went into the sell zone. Too much for my blood. 7.8 pips stop loss it would have had to be by the time. So that brings the 2% down there. Not to say it won't happen, but it's too big a stop loss. And here we are into the buy zone here on the NAS 100. So we're looking for a possible buy on the NAS 100. So I'll just order that up a minute. This is what it'll be looking like. Already I've got the wrong. Let's try this one. No, try that one. Long position, that's what I want. Down there. 2,000 units, which is equivalent to 2 pips. 2 to 1, which is up there. So stop loss will be down there. If we have a green wave, green trend, green volume ribbon, and a buy alert, of course, that's what the buy would look like, something like that. And now for a buy on here, I'll be looking at 2 pips, which is there. And incidentally, if it did happen there, then I might be tempted because the take profit would be before the sell zone. But really, you would think that the EUR/USD will plummet even more as the dollar gains strength. So that's probably what's going to happen with that. And that, like I said, that's a 7.8 pips stop loss. It's way too big for my sort of liking. Although we could very well get there because our purple line is down here, as you can see. Probably a far better chance of getting a buy on the US 100. But we'll have to wait and see on that as well. So this is where we are at the minute. So we have to be very patient, as always. We're having a lot of sideways movement, as you can see on the EUR/USD. Down here, incidentally, is what we call a key area. Anything with 3 zeros at the end, 105,000 is what's known as a key zone, a key area, a psychological area where traders look to take out trades, longer term trades, possibly looking to put longer term trades in. So that's what investors and traders use. So that is an area of interest. The price to come down to here. Then will it go a bit further? So if I was in that trade, which I'm not, because it's too rich, too much 7.8 pips, too many stop loss to entry ratio for me. But if I was going down to that level and I was in this trade, that is the area where I'd be thinking about putting my stop loss to my entry in respect of it might bounce or break. And if it does turn around now and go in for a buy, then I'll be very interested in that sort of looking scenario. And now we're in the buy zone again on the US 100. Let's do a bit of investigative work on the US 100. Put it on the higher time frame, put it on the hourly. Now I drew this line up here because, as you can see, let's take the indicators off a minute. As you can see, there is a break in price between the close of the day on Friday and the start of the day on Monday at midnight. And this gap needs to be filled. Just like any imbalance, that's why that was drawn up. And that indeed is being filled at the minute. I'll drag that down to there because that bit's already been filled by that. So that needs to be filled. Not to say they're going to do it right away. Oh no, but it needs to be filled. And that's possibly what they're doing now. Drag it down a bit more. That could be what's happening now. But as you can see, we have another buy zone down here. I'll mark that one up on the 1 minute. So that bit needs to be filled, but I mean, doesn't even need to be filled today. It could be filled tomorrow, but it will be filled at some stage this week. That's what I'm prepared to say, I think, but it needs to be filled because, like all these imbalances need to be filled, so does that for equilibrium between the markets. But we're now in buy zone territory, which wouldn't so that's the situation for the buy at the minute on the NAS 100. Let's have a look at this deeper look at this EUR USD. Put it on the 1 hour time frame. We've got a lot of imbalance here on the hourly that needs to be filled, and looks like they're doing that right now as we speak. And I've got this area here again where there was a gap in the market between Friday night, and that needs to be filled also, just like it did on the NAS 100. And incidentally, that's why I don't put trades on a Friday night. Imagine you was in a sell Friday night and it was going down nicely. Then you stop it for the Monday. For the weekend, you've got no power over it. Your stop loss is up here. You're going down quite nicely. Then all of a sudden the market opens up here and your stop loss is gone. That's why we don't put trades on a Friday night. You have no control over your trade, unless it's a really long-term trade, like on the daily or even weekly, with a bigger stop loss than that. But you wouldn't put any shorter-term trades on over the weekend, so don't get in the habit of doing that for those reasons there. So I'll put this down on the minute again on the EUR/USD, and incidentally, there's another trade, at least for the zones, that would have worked out nicely, even though it was a big stop loss. Price went into the buy zone, so sorry, the sell zone. You had to take your sell there, and you would have got your 2 to 1 quite nicely there. So That would have been a nice trade for our zones, which is what we're showing off. And incidentally, we've gone past the key zone area now, and we're still heading towards this zone down here where the gap needs to be filled, I'm suggesting. So we're swooping into another buy zone here. Will it go down there and then give us a little short buy? We don't know. And we are into the buy zone, very much into the buy zone, and also this area that needs to be filled. But will it give us a bit of a buy first because we're in the buy zone? At the moment, it's looking like the EUR USD is going to be behind the what will happen on the because look at that, that's a big smooth candle on our indicator there. It's got quite a long way to go for a buy, whereas this one looking like we may get a buy situation within our time together. We will see. We're in the buy zone area now. This being the buy zone. So I'll switch over to my MT4. Make sure you're on US 100. Make sure you've got your risk to reward in purple, your lot calc in purple. You've got that all important 1% risk. I'll take that off a minute. I want 2,000 units, which is the equivalent of 2 pips distance. Give it a bit of wriggle room. So you write 2,000 in there. Flip that over. As you can see, I've got a 2,000 unit. If I place a buy, got a 2,000 unit wriggle room. If we ever do get a price coming up here, green, 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 we shall see about that. Nice to see so many people on today. Hope you're having a great day. Like I said, Monday, the 25th of November. It's now 8 minutes past 3 in the afternoon here in the UK. Looking at the EUR USD with all the premium members and maybe a few of the free members with us at Academy 55. And we're taking up our juncture position, which is to wait, be patient, and wait for what's going on. So meanwhile, while we're waiting,
hi, this is Steve with a very short video to show you where to get the training for the indicators and tools we use inside Academy 55. So once you're logged into the members area, you'll see in the premium dashboard this section that's entitled Start Learning, and if you click here, that'll take you through to the learning library. Now, we'll say at this point, we highly recommend you watch each of these videos 2 or 3 times to get a full understanding of how everything works. Here you'll find tutorials on using the MT4 Trade Assistant and how to use the MT4 platform with the Trade Assistant. This is the longest video you'll find inside the platform. It's around 30 minutes long, well worth your time. Watch the video once, then maybe write a few questions down that you might have for yourself, and watch the video for a second time, and things will really start to make sense. By the time you watch it 3 times, you'll fully understand how everything works. So that's the longest video. It's about 30 minutes long, well worth your time. And then you can jump into individual trainings here for how to remove indicators. These videos are just a couple of minutes long. How to move MetaTrader around like you can in TradingView, trading assistant controls, how to do back testing in TradingView, how to draw vertical lines to mark out your hour, and so much more. And by the time you watch this video or see this video, there might be other trainings in this section. But everything here is well worth your time, and you find that, as I said a moment ago, from the main dashboard in the Start Learning section. Now, one more thing just to mention here. If you're looking for anything in particular, if you come down to the support name of FAQs, click on Get Support, and in this area you'll find a detailed FAQ section, and you can come through here. For example, if you're looking for an answer to a question about MetaTrader, have a look through these, and once you click through you'll find direct links to videos that give you answers to most of the questions that we get asked on a regular basis. So hopefully you found this useful, and back to your further training.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Right, we haven't missed nothing while you've been away. US 100 is going even deeper into the area that must be filled at some stage. And indeed, they're nearly all the way there with that. Keeping an eye on maybe getting a small buy with the on the EUR USD. We shall see, but nothing concrete as of yet. And keep an eye on that also. So a quick recap, I reckon. Just do this. Okay, so here is how to use our indicators. First, we go to our MT4 or MT5. Make sure you've got the trade assistant running and you've got the risk to reward in purple. So you change it to purple, the lot calc in purple, and you've got that all important 1% risk there. Also, you've got your MT4 template, your Academy 55 template running in the background, and when you want to place a trade, you put it on lines, and then you can reverse it here, make sure all that good stuff works. And I like to keep 2 pips away before you enter the buy. So where it says SL21, this works, by the way, this works on EUR USD. On the US 100 it'll be slightly different, but we'll explain that as when we do go on for that sort of trade. But yeah, make sure you've got your risk to reward in purple, your lot calc in purple. I like to have this button here in purple in case I need to close all trades. Next, I'm going to show you how you can use the Academy 55 indicators on TradingView. So here is a quick 2-minute video to explain how the sell and the buy Academy 55 indicator works. Here we can see a sell situation on the EUR USD on the 1-minute time frame. So what we do is we wait for the trend line to go red, the volume ribbon to go red, the wave to go red, and the parabolics are above price. Wait for all those 4 conditions. Then we get the short position tool and we put the stop loss would be there because that is the closest to the entry. Making sure you're a minimum of 2 pips away from your entry minimum. Could be a bit more than that. But the green wave turns to the red there, and that is closer to the entry. Then you go for your 2-to-1, and as you can see, that one was successful. And here we have the same situation, but for a buyer alert. So you get your buy alert. So you wait for the green trend line, the green volume ribbon, and the green wave. So all things are correct there. So you get your long position tool. Your stop loss goes there because that is the closest point to the entry, making sure you are a minimum of 2 pips away, and your 2-to-1 is up there. So as you can see, we have a winner there. Set a sell by making sure you've got your red trend, your red volume ribbon, and your red wave, and Parabolic is above price. You get into the trade there, your 2-to-1, and then here is the buy version. So the Parabolic is below price. You've got your green trend line, your green volume ribbon, and your green wave, and you enter the trade there, and you get your 2-to-1. Okay, so thank you very much, Evil Twin. So, as you can see, we may get ourselves a buy on the EUR USD and maybe a buy on the NAS 100. We're going to be obviously keeping an eye on both at the same time, and this is where we are at the minute. Until then, we've just got to be patient. As you can see, this area that must be filled, I suggest, let's have a look. I think it's probably all filled. Yeah, actually, that needs to go up there. There we go. That has all been filled now. Look, said they needed to fill that gap there between Friday night opening and Sunday open. There was a gap, and that needed to be filled. That is now filled, so I'll remove that now. So they've equalized the market, which is what they try to do most of the time as quick as they can, usually, because market loves the equal nature of things. So they've done that. Not to say it won't go down anymore. Let's see. Yeah, because there's a little bit of imbalance here, also on this candle here. That needs to be sorted out. So they may well come down, but their main thing was to equalize that gap there, which is what they've done, as you can see. There is no other big forms of imbalance that I can see because of all these wicks here. But there is a little bit of imbalance on this candle here that may be done later on during today, maybe even tomorrow. But we shall see. Right, this is our for the buy on the EUR USD, and this is where we're looking for the buy on the NAS 100. Although the NAS 100 is taking a bit of a more of a southerly approach, should we say? Right, the EUR USD is an area of interest now. So we're going to plug into the EUR USD, making sure I'm 2.2 pips away. Looking for, we just started having a green bit of volume. If it carries on up like it is, that wave will turn from red to green, which is what we want. But we're waiting for the trend line to go at least 3 o'clock in anticipation of it turning green at any one time. Well, we've got the buy alert now, look. So we may be getting a bit of a buy on the, and this trend line could go green. This is where I want price to be, I want my stop loss to be, so I'm going to leave it there. And I'm just going to hold off as long as possible now till I think that the trend line is going to go green. Buy alert has indeed come back. So I'm prepared to go up to maybe a 5 pip distance between stop loss and entry. But any more than that, and if the trend line doesn't look like it's going green, I'll just let it go like it let go over here, although it did work. I mean, I really like a between a 2, 3, 4 pip stop loss. So 5 pip is a bit of a big stop loss in when we're trading on the minute, but they do invariably come in, and I don't need to trade all that much. You only need 1 or 2 trades a day, so you want the best probabilities. Now that green trend, that trend line is going parallel with that purple line now. We've got a green wave. I think I'll wait for it to go to about 4 pips and then maybe go for the buy if it does that. Because by then, certainly the trend line would go green. That trend line could go green at any time now. Already got a 3.4 pip stop loss. This is where I want the stop loss to be, underneath the wave. I'm going to press the buy button anytime now, I think. That trend line's got to go green. It's being masked by the purple line. Don't wish to go any more than 5 pips, really. Distance between stop loss and entry. Being very patient. That trend line's at 3 o'clock now. That could go green at any stage now. Right, yeah, I'm going in. There we go. Oh, 5.4 stop loss. But my stop loss is in the correct place. Trend line has just started to go green. Can you see it underneath that purple line there? Just went green. So technically everything's fine. And this area here, though, is of interest because price is stalled around this area here where we're at the minute. So hopefully we'll have enough volume push to push us above that. I'd like to see that more than not, really. And indeed, we are having a bit of volume now to go up. So can go up forever, though, unfortunately. Not just because we want it to. Depends on how much volume, obviously, it depends on how much volume there is around at this time of day. But I'm in the trade now. I've made the choice. Like I always say, well, I don't always say, but I always mean to, if you're trading on your own, walk away now, will be. Accept a 1% loss or a 2% gain, whatever will be the outcome. Because a 1% loss is nothing in the scheme of things, as I always keep saying. And to be a trader, you've got to face your anxieties, push them to one side, and indeed just accept the 1% loss if indeed that's what's going to happen. At the same time, let's have a look where we are here. Oh, sorry, I wasn't. Sorry, we'll go back to the original because that was a 2.2 pip stop loss. This is a 5.4, which obviously makes your take profit a bit further away. But I needed to do that to be a little bit safer. We got imbalances here need to be filled. Hopefully, we're going to have a bit more of a volume push going the right way before they intend to turn around and take out these imbalances. But you never know. I'm going to put my stop loss to my entry now. The reason being is to protect my equity, and also the Parabolic SAR has gone above entry now. So in my reasoning, if price comes down to swallow that Parabolic SAR, flipping that up, it could be very interesting whether we come down to fill these imbalances within the next half hour or whatever, in which case we would be stopped out. But whatever happens now, I've got a risk-free trade. It's unfortunate we was actually about 2 pips, would you say? Yeah, 2 pips from actually getting our 2%. Doesn't mean to say it won't happen, of course. And now I can push my stop loss to my just underneath that pip. So whatever happens, I've got on a $100,000 account, I'll go $287 if it turns against me. So I've got a little bit of money to for my time. But at the same time, I'm just looking for that little bit extra volume to pick up there for my 2%. And that's all I need for the day. I'll be happy with that. But it is what it is. I'm protecting my equity as I go. Just in the long term, that's what you need to do as a trader, protect your equity. You're not here to make money, you're here to protect the money you've already won. That's the main objective. As we said many, many times. So just a little bit more volume, please, would be very nice, just to give us that. But price doesn't care what you that you actually need that little bit. Doesn't. And all the time I'm dragging my stop loss up. So now I've got $614 for my time here, which is very nice on a $100,000 account. Protecting my equity, having a risk-free trade as I go, but it's agonizingly close. It's I say agonizingly, just a little bit more of a push, and that will do me. Again, I can push my entry. Now I've got $844 for a $100,000 account. If things they decide, you know what, we're going to fill out these imbalances now, and we may even go down here. Doesn't matter. I've got $814 no matter what. I still want that little bit more of a push, please, to get my 2%, which would be very nice. That's my clear objective. But at the end of the day, we're playing safe, being safe with our money. And there we go, 2%. Thank you very much. Right, okay. So I'm going to open up the chat line for two to 5 minutes. If anybody's got any questions about what they just seen, please please chat a question. If you have a question, if I don't see a question within the next 2 minutes, I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thanks very much for being on. Dawn says, getting back into it. A nice 2% trade today for me also. Well done, Dawn. Raj says, brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Raj. John L. Well done, brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, John, for that. I just want to reiterate, these trades are for educational purposes only. I'm not asking anybody to copy me whatsoever. I don't believe in copy trading, because if you go with somebody else copy trading, they might have an off day. That you're relying on their mental outcome. You know, they might be looking forward to going on holiday, so they want to get it all over and done with. So therefore, they might have an off day where they're taking a trade quickly because they want to be on a holiday or whatever. You don't know that. All you know is your copy trading. So I don't believe in copy trading myself, and I don't do this so you can copy me. I do this for training purposes, educational purposes only. So please do remember that. But at the same time, I'm very happy with my 2%. I think everybody's written down what they're going to write down. I will see you guys tomorrow at 5 to 8. We'll do the EUR USD. So thank you very much for being along today. Have yourselves a great day. Cheers for now. Bye.